everybody, and welcome to Live at 4. Eric, you made it to Friday.
You're almost done with me, Susan.
No, I really appreciate your help this week. Thank you so much.
It's all good. Mark will be back on Monday.
Yes, he will. Here's what's making news on Live at 4 today. More than 2 million more Wisconsinites will be eligible for the COVID vaccine later this month. We'll explain why health officials decided body mass index would factor in.
And the Packers are stepping up to help stop the spread of COVID-19, announcing Lambeau Field will become a vaccination site.
Plus, a year into the pandemic, medical experts are assessing how much added stress we're all under and what it means for our overall health.
Let's take a look outside. I don't know if we got the weather words up there today. I heard them talking about it. Enjoy the weekend, and we will. It's pretty nice out there today, and I think they're talking more sunshine for the weekend. Not as warm as it was earlier in the week, but let's bring in Dana and talk a little bit more about that and what we can expect this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to hold on to the nice weather at least for one day before things get a little cloudy outside. Kind of weird to be talking about our next weather event for next week when our Doppler track right now looks nice and clear. So really, truly enjoy your Saturday and the dry weather on Sunday before things turn the page a little bit by the start of next week. Here's a live look over Madison. Some clouds building in, but again, as on our Doppler track, no moisture expected for us right now. Just some partly cloudy skies for us over Madison. 47 degrees with a light breeze from the west-northwest will stay in the single digits for us. And temperature-wise throughout southern Wisconsin, sitting in a pretty comfortable spot. 52 in Janesville, 50 in Lone Rock, and 49 in Monroe right now. So overnight, we are expecting those temperatures to drop just a little more. Of course, our skies will become mostly clear, and it should be seasonably cold. We'll drop below freezing for those overnight lows. Once we get through this weekend, though, we have added an alert day to the forecast. This is for Monday, because that system that's going to build in late Sunday night could lead to some accumulating snow, some minor accumulating snow, but still something that might make the roads a little messy. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that system through the weekend, because temperature and timing is going to be a big one with that system. As far as timing on the roads, right now, eastbound on the Beltline looks quite delayed. Westbound, a few slowdown spots, it looks like near Park Street, but otherwise westbound should be pretty smooth around Middleton. Looking at downtown Janesville, no delays right now, and the interstate through Rock County should be fairly smooth. From Janesville to the Beltline, 27 minutes, 17 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, and Sun Prairie to downtown, about 9 minutes this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. Just one of the 20 medical conditions in particular will make a lot more people eligible to get a COVID vaccine this month.
We're talking about body mass index. Anyone 16 and older with a BMI of 25 or higher will be eligible for a vaccination shot on March 29th. Amanda Quintana is at the Alliant Energy Center with why that measurement is being included here. Amanda?
Yes, well, we've seen examples of this through the whole pandemic. People who are overweight do have a more severe reaction to the virus. Now, DHS lists both being overweight and obese as conditions that would make you eligible to get the vaccine in just 17 days. The CDC says that obesity may triple the risk of hospitalization, and as your BMI increases, so does your risk of death from COVID. But obviously, there are varying levels of being overweight. Dr. Matt Anderson at UW Health says, while many of the Green Bay Packers are probably going to be eligible because of their BMI, they're athletic, they're healthy. They probably don't have the same level of risk compared to someone who is obese. But how do vaccinators decide if someone who has a BMI of 25 and is relatively healthy gets a vaccine shot before someone who has cancer, for example?
You know, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be where, and there's really difficult, how do you differentiate between somebody who has cancer versus somebody who's immune suppressed for, you know, a condition 1, 2, or 3? How do you do that versus somebody who has COPD or has chronic heart failure? And, you know, there's going to be a large number of people who are going to have those conditions. It's going to be, you know, again, very difficult.
SSM Health and UW Health are still working on figuring out what their prioritization plans will be, but there is no perfect way to put people in any kind of order. So we could see someone who is younger and a little bit overweight get a shot before someone who is older and has a more severe condition. But with so many people becoming eligible at the same time, it is going to be a messy process.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. Governor Evers says all Wisconsinites will be eligible for the vaccine on May 1st. President Biden made the call for that same timeline last night during his first primetime national address. Today, Governor Evers got a behind-the-scenes look at Kenosha County's new vaccination clinic at a former Shopco building. The Wisconsin National Guard, county workers, health department staff, and volunteers are all working together to administer those shots.
Going forward, we are ready. We are ready. You know, large facility here, but we're seeing this all across the state. People are gearing up and preparing for the end game. And the end game is making sure that everybody that wants a shot gets a shot. And we will do that. You heard the president.
Now, the governor didn't address how long it would take to get the shot after everyone in the state becomes eligible. Health officials have previously said everyone who wants to be vaccinated will be able to get the shot by early July. And Lambeau Field will soon be used as a community vaccination site. The Packers announcing that today. They're partnering with Bellin Health and Brown County Public Health to use the historic stadium for vaccinations. That'll start on Wednesday, and the clinic will start operations in the atrium, but they may expand to other parts of the stadium as well. Health officials expect to be able to vaccinate 6,000 people a week. That could ramp up to 10,000 if enough supply is available.
SSM Health hosted a vaccine clinic for Madison teachers today at La Follette High School. This is separate from the mass vaccination effort happening for educators and school staff at the Alliant Energy Center. SSM plans to provide 1,200 doses of the vaccine today. Second doses will happen April 9th. One staff member that we talked to said she jumped on the first appointment invitation that she received.
I just jumped on the first one that sent me. I could have went to Alliant the same week, but I was hoping to see faces here.
SSM Health announced today they're planning a mobile vaccination clinic in Whitewater on Tuesday. Teachers and staff from the Whitewater School District, Fort Atkinson District, and UW Whitewater are invited to attend. Today, the president and members of his party gathered at the White House to celebrate the signature achievement of the Biden presidency so far. One day after the massive $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill was signed into law. The White House says direct deposit stimulus payments could begin hitting bank accounts as soon as this weekend. But some of the other benefits, such as the expanded child tax credit, won't be implemented until the summer. The White House also says it will launch a federally supported website and call center to make it easier for Americans to schedule appointments to get vaccinated.
12 months into the pandemic, Americans have encountered some of the biggest challenges of their lives. Coping with high levels of stress, made worse by grief, isolation, and in some cases financial troubles. Nancy Chen shows us the toll that COVID is taking on our mental health.
Sujeen Ceballos began journaling to cope with her increasing anxiety as the pandemic started.
And just really gather my thoughts and just put on the paper whatever it is that I'm feeling.
A new survey from the American Psychological Association shows Americans are experiencing unprecedented stress in the pandemic.
We have adapted over the course of the pandemic. What the survey is showing, though, is that some of our adaptation has been unhealthy.
61% of adults have experienced undesired weight changes. 42% report gaining weight, an average of 29 pounds. 67% are sleeping more or less than they'd like to. 23% are drinking more alcohol.
The new survey also highlights the toll the pandemic has taken on parents with school-age children.
47% of mothers and 30% of fathers with children learning remotely say their mental health has gotten worse. Dr. Arthur Evans of the APA says communities of color are also being impacted during the pandemic.
Both for Hispanics and for African Americans, that they had elevated levels of stress in certain areas, particularly when it came to thinking about the future.
Dr. Evans warns that this country needs to act now for mental health.
We need to shift from a system and an approach that waits until people are in crisis to a process where we are not only dealing with crises, but we're helping people today to mitigate the stress.
Ceballos hopes more people find their outlet.
I write about what I'm feeling overwhelmed about and how I could approach it the next day to make it better.
Especially during these trying times. Nancy Chen, CBS News.
The study also found that Americans are uncertain about the future. 49% saying they're uneasy about adjusting to interacting again in person once the pandemic ends.
Madison police have arrested a man on tentative homicide charges after a 21-year-old man showed up to the hospital last night with a gunshot wound to the chest. Officials say the victim was shot during an altercation at a home on North Pinckney Street, about 3 blocks from the Capitol Square. 23-year-old Xavier Bandera was booked into the Dane County Jail on tentative charges of attempted first-degree intentional homicide. There is no update on the victim's condition. The Minneapolis City Council unanimously approved a $27 million settlement to George Floyd's estate. $500,000 of that will go toward this memorial to the 46-year-old. The 13-0 decision came down as jurors are being selected in the trial of the former officer charged in his death. After the settlement was approved, Floyd's sister said the family is pleased to have some justice for George.
Still ahead, it is the story of a young woman going to New York City to find her fame as a writer.
Well, she ends up as a literary agent. A look at the new movie, My Salinger Year. That's when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Who is USAA made for? It's made for this guy, a veteran who honorably served. And it's made for her. She's serving now. We made it for all branches and all ranks, whether they served one tour or made a career of it. We also made USAA for military spouses and their kids. USAA is easy to work with and can save you money on auto, home, and renter's insurance. Become a member today. Call us for a quote. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
USAA.
I switched to Chevy.
We switched.
I switched for more room. I switched for my family. For adventure.
We love our Chevy.
I switched to Chevy.
With an impressive lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs, it's no wonder people are switching to Chevy year after year.
I'm never switching back.
Get a $4,250 cash allowance on all 2021 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
My lips get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keefe's Lip Repair. It's all-day moisture in one use and is guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked lips.
Also available in O'Keefe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands.
Want your brain better? Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Nariva has clinically proven ingredients that fuel 5 indicators of brain performance: memory, focus, accuracy, learning, and concentration. Try our new gummies for 30 days and see the difference.
Let's say your car needs a new part, like an alternator. You could get just the one part at the typical auto parts store. Or for the same money at rockauto.com, get the alternator plus the belt and tensioner kit you'll need to do the repair right and have money left over to buy lunch. Since 1999, rockauto.com has provided reliably low prices, easy-to-use website, huge selection of parts, and fast shipping.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto. For the pets you love, well, you gotta get down to Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, where your Tyler goes to help so many pets in town. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse. We raise money for farm animals in need and our friends living in the zoo. We feed rescue dogs and shelter cats and police canines too. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
From working out to catching up, and of course, game night. Your home is the foundation for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to be a part of this community for 76 years. During our anniversary event, standard carpet installation is just $76. Carpet one room or your whole house, and we'll install it for only $76. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home, locally owned and operated since 1945.
Another strain of ransomware could impact computer networks. Microsoft tweeted yesterday warning about Dear Cry ransomware that can cause computer networks to lock up by taking advantage of the security gaps. Security gaps that Microsoft disclosed surrounding its Exchange server software. Microsoft says it's working to block the attacks. It's unclear who may be behind the new ransomware variant. Security experts estimate at least 20,000 U.S.-based Exchange servers remain unpatched and vulnerable to exploitation.
General Motors is working to create electric vehicles that can go the extra mile or several hundred miles. The car maker announcing it is partnering with a lithium metal battery developer to create cars that can travel up to 600 miles when fully charged. GM says the partnership with Solid Energy includes plans to build a manufacturing prototyping line in Woburn, Massachusetts for a high-capacity pre-production battery. The company is planning to make that happen by the year 2023. On Wall Street, the Dow gains 293 points to close the week. The Nasdaq on the downward slide there, down almost 79, and the S&P 500 was up 4.
A new movie in theaters and on digital platforms is based on a Cambridge author's much-loved memoir.
David Daniel has a look.
Guess who my boss represents?
And Rice?
The Pope.
Thomas Pynchon.
J.D. Salinger.
No way!
Salinger? My Salinger Year is based on Joanna Rakoff's memoir of her first job.
There were hundreds of us working at literary agencies or publishing houses. We wanted to be writers ourselves.
You're a novelist yourself?
Joanna's my assistant. I don't hire writers.
It's just such a strange and amazing thing as a person who mainly writes books, for now at least, to see actors saying these words that I had written and seeing the arc of the scene come to life.
Writer-director Philippe Fellerdeau worked with Rakoff to turn her memoir into a movie.
A lot of the dialogue is taken directly from the book or, was written by me. And Philippe and I brainstormed a ton on how to sort of open up the book.
The book moved me because I could relate to that time of your life where you have ambitions and you don't know if you're quite able to achieve them or even allowed to achieve them, especially for a young woman.
I don't want to analyze other people's work anymore, Carl. I want to write.
You keep saying you want to write, but you work long hours for other writers.
Don't get stuck answering the phone, Joanna. You're a poet.
The path to success or ambition is not the same when you're a woman. So I could relate to that time of your life. And when you look at it in hindsight, it's one of the best time, but we don't know it when we're going through it.
Well, you really have to love it. You have to want it more than anything in the entire world.
I didn't want to be ordinary. I wanted to be extraordinary.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
That looks really good.
Sure does.
We'll see what Will Loper thinks about it on Monday.
All right. And next at 4, after a 2-month delay, the Grammy Awards will air on Sunday.
The show has some special features this year to keep the at-home viewers engaged. We'll have that when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
Tonight on CBS, the night begins with an encore presentation of Oprah with Meghan and Harry, a CBS primetime special, followed by Clarice. Then get a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
Start your year smiling at Aspen Dental with our biggest savings of the season. Now, during the Everyday Smiles event, you can save not 20%, but 30% off your treatment plan. Find exceptional care at every step, unparalleled safety at every visit, and flexible payment options for every budget. Get the services you need for less. With our biggest savings of the season. Don't wait. Offer ends soon. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL or book today at aspendental.com.
A great night's sleep starts with a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are the most recommended bed in America, and queen mattresses start at just $21.99. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. And with Steinhoffels 60-month special financing and free delivery, your new mattress is even more affordable. You can rest easy. With Steinhoffels 120-night sleep guarantee, you can't make a mistake. So shop Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
There are endless ways to see the world. But when it comes to actually getting there and experiencing every soul-changing corner of it, there's only one. The Jeep Cherokee.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 84 months or $4,750 total cash allowance on select 2021 Jeep Cherokee models.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here to help.
Well, take a look at this. If flying in an open cockpit biplane over California isn't exciting enough, the passenger in this plane decides to do some wing walking and gets out of his seat to climb up onto the top of the plane. As soon as he's strapped in tight, the pilot pulls off a few acrobatic moves, including flips, twists, and turns. Something not for the weak-hearted. Yes, do not try this at home.
You could do that, Susan.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what level these people are thinking that do this kind of thing. This is just a whole other kind of person.
Exactly. You're exactly right. Bet it makes you feel alive.
Unbelievable.
About a 2-month delay, after a 2-month delay because of the pandemic, the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards will take place on Sunday.
But if you're expecting at-home Zoom performances from the artists, think again. With no traditional audience and theater seats, this year's Grammys have been designed for the at-home viewer with COVID-safe sets scattered throughout an arena and convention center. This is in downtown Los Angeles. Comedian Trevor Noah is the host this year and says it feels like a music festival.
It's been really interesting to see how each musician has found a way to tailor-make their experience to what we're doing here.
Now, Harry Styles will open the show. Women are among the top nominated artists. Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Dua Lipa leading the pack. You can watch the Grammys Sunday night, 7 o'clock, right here on CBS.
And it might be a good weekend by Sunday night to sit home and watch some TV, right, Dana? There's a big change coming Monday.
Yeah, we're really going to see our next system build in. That's going to be one of those spring systems where we see a little rain and possibly a little snow building in. And that snow is starting to build a little more accumulation, I think, in these model runs, the latest model runs. We'll take a closer look at what we're expecting for Sunday night and into Monday right after the break.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Joe believes we overcome barriers like addiction together. His funding of recovery coaches has saved lives and makes us all safer.
Joe knows the past year was hard, and his small business partnership with Dane Buy Local gave us an opportunity to keep our dreams alive.
Thank you, Joe Parisi, for putting a high priority on water quality, conservation, and prairie restoration.
Thank you, Joe, for believing in second chances and the best in all of us.
Thank you, Joe, for appreciating local food and supporting small family businesses.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
Over 10 years ago, we made a promise to redefine everything a truck can be. And while we've made good on that promise by winning back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year awards, the work is never done.
During Ram Truck Month, hurry in and get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus $4,000 total bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500. Visit ram.com and see your local Ram dealer today.
For over 25 years, Fry Construction has provided excellence in home improvements. We strive to exceed the expectations of our clients with each and every project we do. Respected by so many of your neighbors and voted best of Madison, Fry Construction delivers lasting quality for your home. In honor of our 25 years, we're offering 25% off gutters or insulation with any full roof project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
A warning tonight for the Madison Fire Department ahead of the weekend. Ice conditions around the city, not a surprise. They are really deteriorating. People need to simply stay off of it. The fire department's lake rescue team was out training today using their new fan boat. They say they were out on the ice earlier and they were falling through themselves.
Ice is in really poor shape. We've had a few calls in the last couple of days of people falling through, dogs being through. So just kind of heed the warning. As tempting as it is to go out there and get those last few fish of the ice fishing season, maybe go to the grocery store and buy some fish tonight on Friday.
And Dana is here now with your weekend forecast and maybe a little more melting this weekend. Right, Dana?
I definitely think that's in store for us with temperatures above average this weekend. The ice and any remaining piles of snow, it will continue to deteriorate for us. So please heed their warning, stay off the ice, and keep an eye, of course, on the pups if you're taking them out and about. Right now, we do still have sunny skies for much of the area. Some cloud coverage, it looks like, over Madison with our WIS-TV Skycam. Same goes with our Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. A few clouds building in, but the good news, when we do get a little bit of cloud coverage later in the day, that leads to a really pretty sunset. So I would keep an eye out for that in the next hour or so. Otherwise, Doppler track is nice and quiet. We'll stay quiet for our overnight hours and for tomorrow. Our next opportunity for any sort of moisture doesn't build in until late Sunday and lasts throughout the day on Monday. So overall, a pretty mild and pleasant Saturday. It won't be as mild for Sunday outside, and then chilly temperatures expected on Monday. Along with that comes with some light snow developing Sunday night that might mix with a little rain at times, but overall, looks like we could be seeing some minor accumulations for snowfall on Monday. Overnight, again, skies should be mostly clear for Saturday. We'll enjoy sunshine. High temperatures will be in the mid to upper 50s. So that ice melt just continuing for us for Saturday. On Sunday, skies will become mostly cloudy through the afternoon. Temperatures only dropping to about 32 for overnight lows. Afternoon highs will be in the mid to upper 40s. So a cooler afternoon expected. Will drop back a little bit for Sunday afternoon. This is a look later in the day. We're mostly cloudy. That light snow chance starts to develop at night. And as we look at this long-range model, but a bigger look at the picture here, that mixed line is likely going to be just right along the state line or to the south. Temperature-wise, we'll be pretty chilly outside on Monday, but some of that light snow could mix with a little light rainfall at times before this all clears out late Monday night. Most of the event should be snowfall, though, and because of this, we have added an alert day to the forecast for Monday. 1 to 3 inches of accumulation possible, so minor accumulations. It won't stay for long, but it could make roads pretty slick outside for those Monday morning and evening commutes. Temperature trends still likely above average as we look in that long range towards the end of the month. A little bit of a jump in our temperatures back on up. For Saturday, it's going to be a little milder outside, mostly sunny skies expected, and high temperatures will be in the middle 50s. As we look at this full 10-day, we get to enjoy the sunshine on Saturday. For Sunday, we will become mostly cloudy outside, and we will have some light snow developing at night. That leads us into the alert day on Monday, which will include mostly snow, but it could mix with a little bit of rain at times. The work week will generally see temperatures a bit above average. Some light rain possible on Wednesday, and again early in the day on Thursday. By next weekend, we'll see a little bit of a warming trend for us. But the temperatures for tomorrow and the sunshine for tomorrow, really good news. And Sunday might be a little cooler outside, but at least it's pie day. At least people can stay inside and enjoy some pie on Sunday. That'll be good news.
Yes, speaking of, now this is really nice because after a year of cancellations and closures, it's refreshing, isn't it, to continue a News 3 tradition that feels kind of normal. And since this year's Pie Day falls on a Sunday, we're celebrating a little bit early.
So we head to the hub of all things pie. Of course, that would be the Hubbard Avenue Diner for the annual News 3 Now Pie Eating Contest.
All right, before we let them dive into the pies, we want to make sure we get around and introduce everyone before they're covered in French silk. Aiden, our Hattie's son right now. Aiden, what is your go-to strategy with eating this pie?
Well, I think I'm just going to try and fit as much of the pie in my mouth as possible.
Our own photographer, Chris Bubba. What is your advice and strategy for today?
Oh, I'm just going to be, rocking it down to Hubbard Avenue. Going to eat some pie now.
Will Loper, who has won this 2 times already, Will, you come in always with a blazing speed in eating this pie. What is your strategy this year?
Right. I usually make an entire mess of my face, so I think this year I'm going to do 832 tiny bites and just go very quickly with each bite.
Matt Clark, our 4 o'clock producer, coming in today with a nice big slice of pie. Matt, how are you going to approach this one?
A cool drink of water is such a sweet surprise, I think, as Warren's once saying.
Perfect. And our reigning champion, Jared Porter, sitting far away, I think, just in case anything sprays out and about. What is your strategy when approaching this pie?
I've been training all year for this moment, and now it's just go time. It's just to hammer down as much as possible, as quickly as possible.
Perfect. I'm sure your roommate is very proud of you at this moment. 3, 1, 4, go. It is violent. It is moving. There are grunts. There are grunts and snorts. You need to have a clean plate, silk picked up. 3, 2, 1, pause up. Yep. All right. Is that a clean plate, ladies?
That's a clean plate.
That's a clean plate. Chris Bubba is officially the pie champion of 2021. Can we please tell me about your experience?
Oh, well, the pie was so good, I just couldn't stop eating it. And, I'd like to thank all the little people. And yeah, thanks so much.
Well done, Bubba.
I knew Bubba would win. You knew he was going to win that thing. I mean, Hattie's little son there, he can't compete against those big guys. Right. Hey, how's Jared feeling right now? How's your roomie feeling?
Jared is Dana's husband.
It is, yes, sorry, the inside joke. The one with the hair was mine, and I mean, he came home and had snacks and was already prepping for what he's going to do next year to take down Bubba and Will and Matt. I mean, they're ready to go again, so.
Loper looked like an R-rated movie.
This time, I think, and now that Hattie's son is scoring. I know. He was just smearing it. There was a lot of enthusiasm.
Eric, how do you and I get in on this one of these years?
I don't want to embarrass him. I got to be honest. I'd crush everyone in this. I mean, it wouldn't be close. I mean, come on. Let's be realistic here. You better tell Jared, if I come there next year, I'm coming.
All right.
I'll just do 2 pies. I mean, I don't even need to mess around with 1 piece.
Yeah, it's tougher for girls. It's not real feminine, you know what I mean? Like sticking your whole face in the pie.
I wanted to try, but they said no. You're not doing it.
We've had women in it before, right?
I wanted to jump in, but
we've had women in that before.
Yeah, Dana's done it before.
They've held their own. They've held their own. Absolutely.
Oh, it's always fun. Dana, thank you for playing roving reporter for us for that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I hope he's feeling well. All right, if that got your stomach rumbling, you have a chance to pick up a slice or two for yourself. Take advantage of a great deal on Pie Day. Again, that is this Sunday. Hubbard selling all slices for just $3.14.
And our thanks to all of our friends at the Hubbard Avenue Diner. It's been a tough year for local bakeries like Hubbard. So the restaurant's owner tells News 3 she hopes this weekend will be the start of things finally turning around. We hope so, too. We're looking ahead to the first official day of spring.
For city crews, that means buckling down for the busiest time of the year, filling those potholes. We'll take a look at the work that's cut out for them. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 5.
People were afraid I was contagious. I felt gross.
It was kind of a shock after I started Cosentyx. 4 years clear.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentyx. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur. Learn more at Cosentyx.com.
We switched.
I switched to Chevy.
I switched for more room. I switched for my family. For adventure.
We love our Chevy.
With an impressive lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs, it's no wonder people are switching to Chevy year after year.
I'm never switching back.
Add another Chevy to your driveway. Get a $3,500 cash allowance on most 2021 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $1,250 cash allowance. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your fort?
Sure, but the fort fee is 10 cookies.
Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
New 2021 Camry. Drive for only $199 a month. You've been waiting, and it's back. It's the Ready, Set, Go sales event at East Madison Toyota with huge savings on new 2021 Camry. Just $199 a month, plus complimentary first month's payment. Ready to save big? Then go now to East Madison Toyota. New 2021 Camry. Drive for only $199 a month at East Madison Toyota off I-90 and 151.
Tonight at 5, the next group allowed to receive the vaccine includes those with a body mass index over 25. What it means and what health officials are saying at 5.
We'll see a significant change in our weather in the next 3 days. Tomorrow will be sunny and mild. Sunday will be breezy and colder, and some snow is likely Monday. My forecast at 5.
And then at 6, states around the country are rushing to introduce new voting laws. Wisconsin is no exception. A look at the changes being pushed here and if they have a chance at passing. That's ahead at 6. Well, there is a live look at where it's all happening this weekend. Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. Badgers taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes. Big Ten tournament play tonight. That'll happen about 8 o'clock. Of course, that staggered schedule depends on when the game before them finishes up.
Good luck to the Badgers. A North Freedom man is doing his part to eliminate implicit biases and racial stereotypes in the Baraboo area.
Sean Gallagher from our Milwaukee sister station, WTMJ, explains how he's trying to do it.
Hey, Tracy. See you in the flesh now.
When Tracy Dent and Greg Pittman met in person for the first time, they were excited. But this is something long in the works. Last summer, after George Floyd was killed by police in Minneapolis, Greg heard Tracy on Wisconsin Public Radio, and it changed his life.
We're putting politics over people's lives.
It was real awakening for me. Greg says he's always known he has had racist tendencies because of the way he was raised.
My father was involved with the 80s version of Proud Boys.
How often would you say that you've been in a situation where
You're the only white person there.
I think it was only one time, and it was back in high school.
Those learned behaviors led to implicit biases and stereotypes of people who didn't look like him. He's consciously working to change his thinking to help people like Tracy not feel so alienated.
It feels uncomfortable when you walk into a store and then, you see white people just start staring at you, or they follow you around the store.
The three of us met here at the Sauk County Courthouse, a fitting place to have a discussion about implicit bias, because it was here on these steps about 3 years ago where Baraboo made national headlines for all the wrong reasons. A group of students from Baraboo High School gave a Nazi salute during a prom photo outside of the courthouse in 2018. One even used a hand gesture which has been associated with white supremacy.
It's disturbing. The local people tried to explain it away, tried to say, oh, that's not what it was. It was, the photographer happened to be making that sign.
It's just opened the eyes to the rest of the state and the rest of the country about Wisconsin. Plain and simple.
Now, 3 years later, the two men are sitting on those same steps to talk about how they can make a difference.
It seems like we're slipping here. We're not gaining any ground.
I think today we gain a lot of ground, and we're cleansing the steps of racism right now by me and you sitting here talking together.
It's an uphill battle for Greg, especially in a county like his, which is 95% white. He feels like the lone voice calling for change.
It's just hard to talk to people. I get frustrated, and I've been shutting down. You just can't, I hate to say it, you just can't fix stupid.
Knowing that you are trying, that's half the battle right there. That you admit that you want to change, you're trying, but it's not going to happen overnight.
Greg is determined to make change in the Baraboo School District to ensure they're teaching the future generations about implicit bias. Tracy says he'll be right by his side to help in any way he can.
It's good and it's important to get to know each other like what we're doing now, to understand each other. That's how you hit the core, the foundation, and start breaking down the layers of racism.
Certainly an interesting story there, and that was Sean Gallagher from WTMJ reporting from Sauk County.
When we come back, learning how to create and perform your own songs.
Michael Bruno goes behind the screens of the virtual Girls Rock Camp Madison. We're live at 4 continues. Stay with us.
When you think about the businesses that have been most affected by COVID-19, restaurants are at the very top of that list. Alfredo, tell us the story of Bonfire. This all began back in 2009 for you. It's one of my favorite restaurants in town, so it's a true honor to sit here with you today.
Well, I appreciate you coming by. We wanted to do something that's kind of nice but casual. So we focus on a big bar, as you can see. Exhibition kitchen. We use a wood fire grill, so when you walk in, you can smell it.
What has it been like for you trying to own and operate a business during what the last year has brought with COVID-19?
It's been rough, it's been really rough. We had to shut down for about 4 months. During that time, we lost a lot of good employees.
But thanks to the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, those employees have a place to turn.
While the pandemic has really impacted on all of us, it's hit hardest those people especially from the restaurant industry. For them, just being able to keep a roof over their head or their heat and power on is an unaffordable luxury. Now more than ever, they need us. We want to give back to them, as does many of their neighbors, family, and friends who realize that at no fault of their own, they're struggling to survive.
Now, we've seen an uptick, in business, especially the last 3 weeks with vaccine coming out. People have been very generous to the staff, which is great.
Let's do a cheers to getting through this time and to a brighter tomorrow.
Right.
Cheers, Alfredo.
From Bonfire American Grill,
I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. You got it!
What does it mean to fight for what's right? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. Habish, and Rotier, we fight for what's right.
Like you,
My hands are everything to me. But I was diagnosed with Dupuytren's contracture, and it got to the point where things I took for granted got tougher to do. Thought surgery was my only option. Turns out, I was wrong. So when a hand specialist told me about non-surgical treatments, it was a total game changer. Like you, my hands have a lot more to do. Learn more at faxonhand.com today.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
A little good news with traffic this evening. Right now, the Beltline looks smooth, both east and westbound. We were seeing some minor delays along the eastbound side earlier, and right now it looks smooth all the way from Middleton through the interstate. And the interstate from Dane County through Rock County right now, north and southbound, should be good for you this evening. From Janesville to the Beltline, 25 minutes, 17 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton and Sun Prairie to downtown. Still a quick 9-minute drive on this sunny evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Thank you. It is an after-school program that teaches youngsters 8 to 18 years old how to write and perform original songs.
Tonight we go behind the screens with Michael Bruno at the virtual Girls Rock Camp Madison as they prepare for their latest showcase performance.
Eleanor. I'm 10 years old. I have a dog named Coco who's very crazy, and I like the color blue and black depending on the day.
Hi, my name is Charlotte Olsen. I play 5 instruments, but at camp I'm playing bass and keyboard.
You'll see all the bands. They've written their songs. They've written the music and the lyrics together over a 7-week period.
And Beth, who are some of the other instructors and people that you have that are involved this year with you?
Yes, we had a fantastic lineup of instructors.
I'm Melissa, and I'm an instructor at camp for multiple instruments.
I'm Karen, and I'm a vocal instructor and band coach for Girls Rock Camp.
I'm Claire Canapel. I teach bass, and I know how to juggle.
These are all local musicians. They're many of them have worked for us in the past, and they've seen the unique challenges of taking it virtually as well. But they're all just amazing people, and we're so lucky to have the staff that we do.
I started when I was 4, and actually last year I started playing violin.
Eleanor on keys.
My band name is Red Trip Dreams with a pinch of piano and sons. So we kind of enjoyed having a really long and obscure band name.
Really unique about the virtual environment compared to anything we've ever done before with Girls Rock Camp is the first time these campers hear their song being played all together with all the instruments is at the showcase. They don't actually, because on Zoom there's this lag, so they don't actually play together. Somebody creates what's called a guide track, and then all the campers play along to the guide track, and those videos get sent in and they get put together, and then they hear themselves together for the first time. So this is something that is super challenging for professional musicians. So for these campers to come in on instruments they may have just learned, with bandmates they just met, and a song they just wrote to do this, I just want to say how amazing and brave that is, and how much we applaud their just absolute crazy, awesome energy, and the fact that they're just willing to put themselves out there and try this, because it's not simple.
Rock on, Michael.
Look at that guy.
This is such an amazing program. I've had an opportunity to see it when things were normal before the pandemic. But the girls, they write their songs, they put the whole thing together themselves, right?
it's so encouraging. Yeah, it's so wonderful they get an opportunity to do this, and yeah, it's so great to have an opportunity especially for girls to get into the rock business, because it was such a male-dominated industry for so long.
And they do this virtually. I've watched my son try to take a music class with his school, and it's so difficult when you don't. How do they do this? It's amazing.
It's amazing how adaptable everybody's become to taking things that they do live on stage and turning it into these visual, things on Zoom, and have to rehearse and learn these things. It's pretty amazing how resilient our kids are.
Oh, and how talented. The actual real showcase is like a rock concert. It's an incredible experience, and hopefully we're going to get back there soon.
Yeah, it'll be easy when it goes back to normal.
Let's let everybody know the virtual Girls Rock Camp Madison showcase will be live with band videos and solos on their Facebook page. It's Madison Girls Rock Camp. It's on March 13th at 6 o'clock. Okay, it's the end of the week. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1. It's Friday. Bye, Jim.
Hey.
Have a great weekend, guys. Great to see you.
Good to see you guys. Take care.
And
it's pie.
Yeah. Next year, you're in this, Bruno and Jim. We'll be right back.
Everyone's a winner at Furniture and Appliance Mart's Lucky Streak Appliance Sale. Save as much as 43% off in-stock appliances now. Side-by-side refrigerators start at just $8.49 and no interest financing at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams.
American Family Insurance.
Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
That's not bacon, it's sausage.
Whoa.
Behold, Johnsonville sausage strips. Sausage that looks and cooks like bacon. It's a meaty miracle. Find them in the bacon section, even though they're sausage.
Advil Dual Action fights pain 2 ways. It's the first and only FDA-approved combination of Advil plus acetaminophen. Advil targets pain. Acetaminophen blocks it. Advil Dual Action. Fast pain relief that lasts 8 hours.
New Pronamel Mineral Boost helps protect teeth against everyday acids. Pronamel boosts enamel's natural absorption of calcium and phosphate, helping keep teeth strong, white, and protected from sensitivity. New Pronamel Mineral Boost.
Feeling lucky? Everyone's a winner at Ashley Home Store's Lucky Streak Sale. Everything is marked down at savings up to 50% off. Then pick up your scratch-off card in store for up to an extra 15% off and 0% interest until 2022. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Saturday morning, local musicians are ready to get back on stage.
We'll preview a new streaming concert series put on by the Barrymore Theater. It's in our Morning Notes segment, Saturday at 5 and 8.
News 3 Now and Channel 3000 put top stories and breaking news at your fingertips. Video alerts and forecasts, simple and fast. Download the Channel 3000 app today.
We are in for a mostly clear night with seasonably cold temperatures. We'll drop to the mid-20s for those overnight lows. We've added an alert day to the forecast for Monday. Light snow is on the way, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches possible, and this could make roads a little slick for the morning commute and evening commute. Overall, we get to enjoy the sunshine for Saturday. Should be pretty pleasant outside for the first half of the weekend. A little chilly outside for Sunday, and I think that Saturday forecast is Penny approved for us. She's okay with the nice weather, at least for part of the weekend before things get, a little rainy outside for Monday.
She is so well behaved. I have a lab at home that would be a good date for her, but he wouldn't sit still.
Oh, Penny.
I'm hoping that can happen.
We love you, Dana, but we love to see Penny, too. That's
She heard her name.
Yeah, you know your name. Good girl. And we'll be right back.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
For the pets you love, well, you gotta get down to Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, where your toddler goes to help so many pets in town. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse. We raise money for farm animals in need, and our friends living in the zoo. We feed rescue dogs and shelter cats, and police canines too. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
We made USAA insurance for members like Kate, a former Army medic made of the flexibility to handle whatever Monday has in store and tackle 4 things at once. So when her car got hit, she didn't worry. She simply filed a claim on her USAA app and said,
"I've got this."
USAA insurance is made the way Kate needs it. Easy. She can even pick her payment plan, so it's easy on her budget and her life. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
From working out to catching up, and of course, game night. Your home is the foundation for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to be a part of this community for 76 years. During our anniversary event, standard carpet installation is just $76. Carpet one room or your whole house, and we'll install it for only $76. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home, locally owned and operated since 1945.
Step 1, build a new breed. Make it an SUV. Send it off-road. Send it to Baja. Then evolve, enhance, expand. Make it capable, smart, human. And then make more. Because the only way to predict the future is to build it. And the only way to build it is Ford proud. Now choose FlexBuy on a 2020 Edge and get 0% financing for 66 months. Plus $4,000 cash back.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Even though Mark is off this week, Louie and Oliver way too young for vacation time. They have been busy in the News Hounds World headquarters.
Once again, they've compiled the top animal stories of the week for this week's edition of the News Hounds Now Update.
It's News Hounds Now Update with Louie.
This week on the News Hounds, it's a penguin parade.
The rare birth of an okapi.
And a pilfering pooch.
But first, the rarest of the rare. A Polish zoo is celebrating the birth of a bear cuscus, saying it is the only zoological garden in the world that has successfully bred the marsupial species. Bear cuscus are one of the rarest and least known species on Earth, native to the Indonesian island of Sulawesi. They have dark fur, sharp claws, and a prehensile tail. Currently, only 14 of them live in captivity in 4 zoos around the world. Most of them are kept away from the public eye. This birth has been called a huge success in saving the species from extinction.
Speaking of rare births, a zoo in northwest England has welcomed the arrival of a newborn okapi calf. The female calf's first wobbly steps were caught on the Chester Zoo's cameras. Okapis are very rare and are only found in one country, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Okapis have been nicknamed the African unicorn due to their shy and elusive nature. They're also known as the forest giraffe. They may look like a zebra, but it's most closely related to the giraffe.
Off to the Cincinnati Zoo now for the first penguin parade of the season. They march every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. These are king penguins, so they're all named after famous kings. In order are BB, Larry, Martin Luther, and Coretta Scott. Participation is always voluntary, so the oldest king,